See this press here? This is a 30-ton press that's hinged on the back of my service truck. This lift gate here will go down and I could hang long axles 6 feet long and press out bearings with this setup. I'm very proud of it. I always show off my service truck. I love this truck, my big blue truck. But today I thought I'd talk about some of the more unglamorous parts of being a mobile mechanic. We had a big fat oil spill in my truck. I just got through power washing everything. But how the hell did this happen? So down here is a 25-gallon oil pan. You could only see the end of it there, but you see these evacuation nipples. You can't move 25 gallons of oil, which is normal on some pieces of equipment. Like trucks will be 5 to 10 gallons, but like equipment will have a lot more, and you can't move the pan with that much oil in it. It's hundreds of pounds. So we use this evacuation line to pull the oil out of the pan. A lot of times I'll have nipples and we can pull the oil straight into the line without using the pan. We'll rest filters and drain them before we put them in a different compartment on that grate there. And unfortunately I had a mechanic, he was one of my guys, and he had a real bad habit of putting latex gloves right in that damn oil pan. He sucked up a bunch of latex gloves. When I was draining my oil pan, it's raining right now, of course. When I was draining my oil tank, it was empty, so I thought, and what ended up happening was the latex gloves were stuck in the plumbing, and the tank wasn't empty, it was still full. I went to pull another 55 gallons out at a customer's job site. We were pulling the fluid out of a hydraulic tank, and we got this big mess everywhere. It was terrible. So I power washed everything. I got to power wash it one more time. And then I've got to actually use these buckets here. They're all empty, but I got to use these buckets to pull out 5 gallons at a time from my waste oil tank, because I can't use the regular plumbing because it's full of gloves. And I normally will fill all my hydraulic tanks and new 1540 motor oil tanks via my oil guy, filling the tanks directly from a truck. But today I have to pour the oil in because I need the buckets, because Lowe's was charging, after tax, between the bucket and the lid, it was over $8 a bucket, and I couldn't find anything cheaper on Amazon. I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. So I went and bought them 5 gallons at a time just so I could have the buckets, and I just got through wiping all the water down and filling all my tanks manually. And now I got to take a 12-volt pump and open the porthole on my waste oil tank and fill each one of these buckets with waste oil so I could fish out latex gloves. Needless to say, I ordered an oil level gauge, an electric one, to put on my dashboard so this never happens again. But yeah, this is a filthy job. Bada bing, bada boom.